Well, good morning everyone and welcome to the show. Today, oh, what was that? This is Kicker. If you guys have been following along, you know where I'm at. We're gonna start this show off a little bit differently than we normally do, but just in case you're wondering, this show is about my trip to Stillwater, Oklahoma, to the Kicker headquarters. So let's hop on a plane and let's get here. Just landed in Stillwater. That's the plane. Here's the baggage claim. The tray. That's the wall of boom. Right there. And yeah, I said boom. This is the listening room. It's actually really quiet in here. Yeah. It's kind of nice. Naturally, when a speaker manufacturer, or in this case Kicker, makes a speaker, they need to hear it. They have their own facility here on campus to listen to them. They're doing a little bit of construction here right now. That's why these panels are missing. Those look like Q class. And they got, of course, you know, big rack back here for power and computer thingies. And
all of these things, aspects do different.
Dead in the sound, yeah.
Sorry.
That's so cool. Ooh, kidney candy store. We got big foam blocks. Oh wow, yeah, a wall inside of a wall. So this room is built inside of a room. So this is a room inside of another room. That's pretty neat. Let's keep going. So we just changed locations. This is the sound dead room. So as you can see, panels. This carpet, this is super thick stuff. But can you snap? Nothing. And yeah, the ringing in my ears, super loud right now. This is cool. Wow. So for all you guys that are Bose fans out there, this is the room that you never want to hear your Bose speakers play in, because they will sound terrible, because there's nothing for them to bounce around inside your house on, or your car. That's why you upgrade them, right? Kicker. Yeah. Okay. Let's hope I didn't lock the door.
I have my phone.
Okay, I'm in the candy store. This is where it's all at. Holy crap. Wow. Look at all this. This is like the scene from Raiders of the Lost Ark at the end with the Ark of the Covenant.
Yeah.
That's this. Wow, you guys have fixed the broken stuff.
Yeah. Create, design, develop all of the cool show cars that we put out.
He's got a Darth Vader. Oh wow. Check these out, guys. These are the new tubbies they have. Okay. Yeah, they're big. That's a tweeter. These are all Chrysler factory Kicker speakers. Now at some point they're gonna play this. Probably not today, but at some point they're gonna play it. How many 15s is that?
15?
Yeah. And then they have all the products in and out, so you can see the magnets, and then this array here. It's what, 22,000 watts or some obscene amount of power, but look at that. Ooh. Look at that. Hey,
it
so relaxed.
It shakes the building.
Oh yeah.
Like everything over there.
Who wouldn't want that in there?
Whenever somebody's in here touring.
That's about the right size TV too for this amount of sound. And I'm joking.
Should be bigger?
It should be bigger. Should be that whole wall right there. Should be the TV. That is crazy.
I can guarantee you somebody wants that.
Oh, I totally agree. I mean, yeah, we're guys. You know, it's like, can I get a bigger TV? Yeah. Awesome. And we'll take a look at these cars and later. You guys will see these later in the video. Actually, what we're doing right now is, because we're going to be doing the live show, which you guys have already seen by the time this comes out, is we're just scouting the area for the live show. They have an Apple style staircase in here. It's the glass staircase. It's so cool. Wait a minute. Look, all right, watch, look. Look how busy she is. She's busy doing busy things. Aren't you? Are you doing your homework?
Yeah.
She's doing her homework.
We believe in education.
Her parents would be so proud. What'd you do at work today? My homework. They got a miniature wall of boom. It's a bunch of little 8s. It's those cool new tubey, yeah, they're tubes. This. It's an 8-inch woofer here, and then it's like an 8-inch passive radiator on the back. But let's hear it.
When we say computer,
So I'm not gonna lie, they were silly. They went and left me alone. So it's like, you got this. Well, okay, they didn't leave me totally alone. She's still over here. And then Lori's coming to yell at me, turn it down! What can I say? Now, shortly before, or actually right before, right after Knowledge Fest, I got a call from Lori, who works here at Kicker. And they said, hey, listen, we're doing this thing that we do once every quarter, and we'd really love you to come out. And I was like, you got it, I'm there. Book some flights. Here I am. So unfortunately, Fernando couldn't come with me. They wanted him to, but somebody had to stay home and actually work. Thanks, buddy. So one of the cool things about coming out here, though, was we were gonna be out here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and fly home Thursday morning, which gave us the opportunity to do a live show from Kicker. President of the company, the CEO, the man who started the business, Steve Irby, was kind enough to come on and be my co-host. And actually, it wasn't really a co-host thing, it was an interview. You're a fan of car audio. He's been doing this for 40 plus years. He started this company in his garage. So it's a great interview. I was giddy as a little schoolgirl because getting the opportunity to interview an icon of the industry such as that, it's a big deal. At least it was for me. I hope you guys enjoyed it if you did watch it. Now you're going, why am I wearing this? Well, most of you guys know I run. So our hotel is way down that way, and I thought, hey, what would be a great idea is if I ran here in the morning, got some nice morning view of the facility, and then started the show. So here we are, we're at the beginning of day 2, even though we just saw a bunch of footage that was of day 1. We're gonna mix it all together. I don't know how this video is gonna turn out. I've never really done anything like this. You know, between Knowledge Fest and this is a lot of firsts for us as far as bringing you guys video content that we hope you enjoy. So with that, I hope you guys enjoy this. Now I gotta run back to the hotel. I gotta hurry too because Lori's gonna pick me up at 8:30 to come back here. Circle of life, vicious circle of life.
So I want to show you the clipple analyzer. You've probably heard that term or read that, but this is a medieval torture looking device that allows us to watch the speaker cone moving.
What does it do?
Measures the Thiel small parameters of the driver as well as many other things.
It has a super floor that's above the floor, and it's actually isolated on giant rubber isolators. So in this room we can isolate all those factors. In addition, the front of the room is absorbing, the back is reflecting and refracting. So when you're sitting in the sweet spot listening to speakers, you've got the ideal listening environment to hear what the speaker actually sounds like. This simulates an ear for headphones and earbuds, because of course you got to put it on your head in order to listen to it and make sure it measures properly. So that's what this is for. Now all the test equipment in the world can lie to you, but what can't lie to you? Your ear, which is why the finished product is always listened to before it's sent out the door.
Yay, I like the ear. Look at the ear. I gotta get me one of those.
Everybody should come here. So this is a mock car, so to speak. We have an electric motor, which then turns a belt that turns an alternator, and then from there on, it's exactly like a car. So car battery, car alternator. We can give audio in from a laptop that we have that just runs RCA cables into our amplifiers there. We can turn these rigs on and off anywhere on our intranet. So I can be at my desk, or one of the engineers can be at their desk, turn them on and off, and we can also measure all the parameters from that. How much power we're getting out, what's the temp there, when the audio stopped, what was going on during that time. So we can run these for hours and hours and hours and hours, voltage dipping like crazy. This is real world testing in a more controlled environment.
Why did you cut up those L7 subs?
So the L7 subs, you can see over there, the centers are kind of cut out, and that's basically to keep the noise down. So when we got 6 15-inch L7s hammering away for 24 hours a day, these guys in here probably liquefy their brains. The subs are reactive load. In the lab, they use a resistive load, big banks of resistors, like those ones there in the top shelf. That's not real world either. As frequency changes, that impedes that the amp sees changes. So we need something, again, more real world. Hook up real speakers, get voltage input swinging to see what how those amplifiers are going to respond.
I got Pete here. What do you do, Pete?
I repair amps for Kicker, Stillwater Designs. Basically, we receive all our product across the wall over here in warranty, and then you can see a little window there that's built into the wall. What they do is they pass the amplifiers, signal processors, things that we repair, they pass them through this window here. We set them over here on this far table, take them apart, and they put them on this line here, and
Can we go take a look?
Sure, we sure can. This gentleman here, Francisco, takes everything apart for us.
Hey, Francisco.
He puts them on the line here. These are all amps that we have to look at, see what's going on with them. Sometimes there's nothing wrong with them. Sometimes we have to repair them.
So what are all the little bins, the screws?
These bins basically have the parts in them.
Okay.
So that way we can keep them all together. We don't lose anything. We put them in these bins. Got repair tickets here. That's got a serial number, the amp that it is. They go from here and they usually go to one of these 2 tech benches right here.
Oh, wow. Look at all that.
And those are all salvage parts. This is where I work. This is my bench.
Okay.
A little messy,
So what do you got going on here? That looks like an older one.
Yes, that's an 08 amp.
So that's out of warranty.
Yes, that is out of warranty.
So somebody's sending in to get it repaired?
I'm putting an estimate on it, and we'll get the estimate approved by the customer.
Yeah.
Or they won't approve it. Either way it goes,
yeah.
if they approve the estimate, we bring it back in, we repair.
Wow.
And it goes up here. We assume that they're fixed. They go up here.
Okay.
On this line here, and this gentleman tests them on our AP. And he's pretty much the final
Yeah,
word.
that guy.
Not that one, yeah, that's Francisco. He takes them apart.
to me as a gentleman.
And that's Aziz. He runs the show here. They get tested up here, and if they're approved here, they go on a cart back to warranty and back to the customer. And that's what we do here.
Let's talk about what you got on your bench real quick for tools.
Sure.
You got my meter.
Got my fluke meter.
Got your oscilloscope.
Yes, sir.
What do you use for a soldering station?
I use Metcal for soldering.
That's
great
cool.
soldering iron.
$700.
Soldering iron. They're expensive.
It's only $700.
Only $700.
Oh.
Solder tip on that is $25.
Okay, I gotta see this. I can. Oh yeah, I like the fat head too.
They heat instantly.
Yeah.
They're very
Yeah, that's
fast.
the thing about it. See, I'm touching it,
Okay.
and then watch this. Where's your solder?
You can turn this on and it's ready
How
to
long has it
solder.
been?
About,
It's
it's
10
ready to
seconds.
solder
10 seconds?
Yeah. Ooh,
They're super fast.
Yeah.
So then the good thing about it, you turn it off. It's hot. I'm not gonna touch it there, but you can't touch it.
Oh
You touch it
wow.
up to a certain point, it only heats
This
the
is
very
only
tip.
hot at the tip. We're making commercial for Metcal now.
Well, actually, what you're doing is you're saving me the headache of having to try to remember because you've said the name twice, which means when I go back and watch the video, I'll know which one to buy. Tone generator,
Yes, sir.
big ass power supply.
Yes, Astron, yes.
Alright.
We have 2 Astrons actually strapped together so we can get a,
100
you can't
amp.
see it, but you can get 100 amp
Holy cow.
to our band. Which
then-
is semi-limited by our,
Yeah. Gotcha. Breakers.
but we can get up to 100.
What are these plexi pieces here?
That is just a little personal project of mine. I built a VU meter that
Oh,
I
okay.
just sit on my bench. It's
Oh, that's too cool.
something of mine I did in my spare time.
Well, that's awesome. Well, thank you so much for giving us a tour.
You're very welcome.
All right, so now we're on the other side of the table. This is the final step before it goes out. So we got this. What is this?
This is Audio Precision AP machine, $20,000 interfaced with a computer,
Okay.
and that's a scope that shows a signal. Go ahead and fire the test. So we don't listen to, what is this? 1200 watt. We don't listen to 1200 watt. We see the 1200 watt. That is what we have on the box, 1200 watt plus.
And it's
that
passed.
UHD. Yep.
So that's good. So then you're the final step before it goes out for shipping so that we make sure. Now, what if it doesn't pass?
It goes back to the tech. It goes back to the tech that repaired it in the first place, and they will try to find what went wrong with it. So we're testing the functions of the controls, the sweep, the bass boost, and the other items.
So this software is designed to look and compare it to factory spec.
Yes.
Oh, that's so cool.
At the factory, they use the very same machine, the same very software when they produce the birth certificate. So with this amp, it's done. At the end, when he's done with it, we generate birth certificates here that shows that
you fixed
send
it.
that to customers if they request it.
That is awesome.
It has a serial number and all that. This whole thing is ran by 7 power supplies. They are capable of delivering 350 amperes.
Wow.
Because some amps take a lot of
Oh yeah. Well, we saw the Warhorse.
Yeah, well, that will not run the Warhorse. That will prime the Warhorse.
That'll prime it?
Yeah, the Warhorse requires about 800 amperes.
Holy cow.
This one is only 350 amperes.
Oh my gosh.
So that's what we use for testing. And if we are not satisfied with just the test results, Dave, let's do a sound test really quick.
Okay, I want that in my... dude, I'm stealing this. I've been trying to figure out how to do that on my test bench. That's awesome.
Yeah, so we switched from dummy load to actual reactive load, a woofer. Here we go. So we listen to the amplifier.
Okay.
Make sure that it doesn't shut off. Crank it,
Right.
Dave.
Come on, Dave. Let me go around this side. Oh, wow. Okay.
Which load? On this switch?
I think that one's blown. That's
So
a solo X.
That's a test procedure, basically.
So if you guys ever wanted to know if you ever do have to send an amplifier back, there's hands-on. That's Dave. We met Pete. These are the guys. This is where it comes. This is what happens. Pretty cool.
So we've got engineering validation, design validation, production validation, and by the time we get there, it ought to be pretty much ready to rock and roll. And then mass production. And during all of these steps of the sampling process, we do a lot of evaluation on the product. Our mechanical guys will evaluate the products. And they get really serious, especially when we start getting into PV and obviously mass production, because the cosmetics have got to be right, the functions got to be right, everything's got to look good, everything's got to match their CAD that they submitted to our vendors. They get pretty picky, especially in the PV and MP part of it. And then our acoustic techs take care of doing the TSP measurements for us, so the feel small parameters on that big device that you guys saw in there where we clamped the woofers in when you came through earlier. Measure the feel small parameters there, X max, QTS, VAS, all that good stuff, so these guys can do their custom enclosures. And they also do sweeps on all of our products, mid-ranges and subwoofers. So they want to sweep them from top to bottom so that they can listen for any mechanical noise and any issues that they might have during the sampling process. So I ran all those samples down for you guys, you know, the EV, the DV. Sometimes we might have to do 2 or 3 DV samples, or we might have to do 2 or 3 PV runs in the process of communicating with our vendor just to make sure that we get the product right. If all goes well, then we get to the acoustic measurement side of things. And that's where we have this nice wall here where we're able to take acoustic measurement. Now this is something that's pretty new for us. We were doing acoustic measurement in this box right here. And what this box is called is the door box. This thing's been around for probably close to 40 years with us doing acoustic measurement in this thing. And we call it the door box because back in the early 80s, this was about the size of a car door, each one of these size chambers. We try to simulate a car door since that's where most of these speakers are going. And so we've been doing measurement in it for all of these years. I'm gonna let Laura do a demonstration of the measurements that we take. First, I guess you'll do an impedance measurement. She'll do an impedance measurement and then a frequency response measurement. But it'll do 16 sweeps. So as it's doing those sweeps, it's doing an average. It's gonna average all 16 of those sweeps to plot an impedance curve for us. So it gets us really good and accurate.
That's annoying.
Yeah, well, try that at high voltage sometime. That's low voltage. So once we're able to get that measurement and everything looks good and smooth, then we transition over and get an SPL measurement. So just like this, it'll be 16 averages, and it'll plot a frequency response curve for us. All right, so there you see, pretty smooth looking curve. Now that doesn't have smoothing. Like when you guys usually look at curves on speakers, they provide 3rd octave smoothing, and that makes the thing look, you know, nice and flat. But that's actually a really nice flat curve. I don't know if any of you guys have any experience with the QSC drivers, but they are some pretty good sounding drivers, and that's why I loaded them in here for this demonstration.
Aaron, you said that Steve listens to everything. He actually approves everything as well.
Well, that's, yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Yeah, if he listens to it, and if he doesn't approve, then it's back to the drawing board and figuring out what changes we need to make to keep him happy.
We use this machine for quite a bit of stuff. I mean, this helps us save money on shipping the product there, having them do all the CNC, coming back and forth 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times, and the time frame it takes to get that much work done. We're talking months. You know, if it takes us 3 weeks to send them something and get one piece back, but we have to make that rev 4 times, now we're months down the road. We done missed the boat. I mean, the whole process gets messed up. Y'all familiar with Aaron Surratt? He does a lot of prototyping here too for surrounds and things over on the table over here. So here's a couple forms here that we're doing an enclosure for a pickup truck right now. This is the top, this is the bottom. Let's start pulling, get this in the oven. It takes about a minute here to get it heated enough to where it pulls. About a minute 20 on that. Get that plastic good and hot, it'll start sagging. Throw a little silicone on here, y'all are familiar with this type of stuff when you're pulling, so it don't grab it. These pockets never want to pull good enough for me, so I just started working them down myself. And then we just turn some fans on it, start cooling it down. I'm gonna throw this over there, guys.
Alright, so I should say get ready for the, you know, zoom in and out, pan and tilts of cars, because we got cars. This is the museum, so if you guys watch the live show, there's the wall of bases over there. You get it. Anyways, lots of cool cars. We talked about them yesterday in the live show, so let's see what these things look like. That guy has the kicker key in it. The other thing too is this is open to the public, so if you're in Oklahoma and you're in Stillwater, you can come and see all this stuff yourself. We have a big college here, so they bring in college students and they work the counter, and you can buy shirts, and it's a lot of fun. So I mean, if you want to see this, you can come see this. If you're a big kicker fan, it's definitely worth it. These are all 15s, by the way. This is 15s. Let's go take a look. So they got these wires here that you can barely see. They hold the woofers in place. Here's the history. So you have the new L7. You have the Solo X. Oh yeah, you guys remember the Solo X. That thing is a beast. Yeah, I mean, look at it. You can see. Oh, look at that. I've actually only worked with one of those. I put it in a Jeep. I think I have a picture on my Instagram page. The Warhorse. There's 3 4-gauge inputs for power and ground. It's basically 3 0-gauge inputs. What's up, man?
And 3 output.
3 outputs?
We got 6.
Okay.
6.
Yeah.
Gauge. You got 3 for power,
3 for ground. Right. And then it's got big terminals for
Anderson 200 amp connectors.
So if someone here has a heart attack, we're good, right? Because we can use that to jump start their heart.
This will actually cause it.
Yeah.
Now, fun fact, if you're a gearhead, this will produce 13 horsepower.
What?
Which is enough to do 55 miles an hour.
Really?
In this. Yeah, so 10,000 watts is about 13 horsepower.
He opened the door, let's take a look.
It's been keyed.
It's been keyed. Oh, jeez.
See what
That's
I did there?
such a bad pun.
Now it's got a very unique subwoofer. We took a QB8, disassembled it.
Yeah.
Took the passive, made sure we had the correct airspace and rigidity to simulate the original QB8.
That's too funny.
PX 501.
Key, little key, and then the little 501, 501,
right.
5 whatever. That'd be 2 small amplifiers.
Yes, because here's the key amp.
So there's the key. That's cute.
And I will tell you before you listen to it, the factory system is shockingly bad.
QS components. Oh, a little iPod dock. Look at that. Okay, so this was neat because it had a square passive radiator here on the back. Pretty neat, right? So while you're here at the museum, they have a gift shop. So if you want to pick up any kicker swag, you can. And I'm not gonna lie, I ended up spending like 70 bucks. Haley wanted a shirt. They have a cool one up here. It says tweeter, and it's a chicken or a bird riding a scooter. And they have this one over here that says woofer, and it's a dog with his tongue sticking out of a car. It's pretty neat. Turn down the Alright guys, it's the start of day 3. Now let's talk about day 2. We did a lot on day 2. Day 1 really wasn't anything other than getting the interview in and talking with some of the guys here, just getting familiar with what's going on. Day 2 was what you guys just saw. Now we couldn't film in certain locations, they were like and we did film in some locations, then we're like oh, but we hope you enjoyed it. So the takeaway from yesterday, I hope that I was able to show, is how much effort the people that work at Kicker put into Kicker to make it what it is. I know here and other places there's a lot of like ugh, and there shouldn't be. These are people just like you and I that have a passion for what they do. Anybody that works here, the devotion to this and to make sure that this is taken care of, and that the love and the world that they live in is this. I don't know, it's I'm not philosophical all that much, so I'm not having a hard time with this, but, and I don't mean to sound like I'm drinking the Kool-Aid, but this is impressive. This is impressive. I mean, you saw the room that they have where, and I just walked through a spider web. You saw the room that they have where they test the speakers. You know how many facilities that make speakers for a living don't have that? The soundproof room. It's the first I've ever heard of anybody having one of those. I mean, I know there are certain places that have them, but really? No, not so much. I still got the spider web on me. So today promises to be a little bit more technical. We'll see how it goes. I'm gonna head back inside, get the day started.
On. We're going to do some experimentation. I'm going to give you guys a lot of different options of things you can do and things that I suggest. But we're going to start off today with the importance of wiring.
Oh, it's got the Sony system in it. Ooh, look at those. Wow. So this car is actually Steve's. He had this car. This is a car he's always wanted, and he went and had this car restored. It's got a Kicker thumb drive.
So as you guys can see, the speakers are pre-mounted into pods. Those pods are designed to fit in those factory locations. Okay, just in case, huh? Fire extinguisher on hand. Okay. Pretty close. I'd say it's pretty even so far. 4 minutes, 10 seconds, guys.
Music though. What do you guys like to listen to?
Play some music, man.
Oh, there you go.
I can that stuff.
Ah! This car is Russian. It's all fiberglass. So inside of this, there's actually 8s here in the floor for whatever reason, because probably for mid-bass, but yeah. Holy crap.
This last time you saw those.
Exactly. And I'm back. The trip is over. Back in sunny Florida. Palm trees, sunshine, humidity. Yay. Not that there wasn't any humidity there. It was just cooler. It was nice in the morning. Those runs in the morning were great. Now, as far as this was one of the coolest trips I've ever been on in car audio. This is like 2 in a row now. Knowledge Fest and this. I don't know how we're gonna top this one, for me anyways, because this was incredible. The guys there at Kicker and gals, because Lori, you're a gal, she was the best. Anyways, we won't go down that road. Had a blast. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys liked the live show. All right, you had enough fun with Kicker? On to the next one. That's all I got. See ya. Have a good night. Bye.